going on, everybody? Thanks for checking out this video. So this is going to be a short one, since I never got around to covering the story of Jeremy Renner's horrific snowplow accident initially. I felt now was a good time to make a video on it since we just got some major updates on his situation. So there's good news and bad news for him. The good news is that he's finally been released from the hospital and will now be finishing his long road to recovery from the comfort of his own home, which is awesome. He put out this tweet yesterday responding to the Mayor of Kingstown Twitter account. Outside my brain fog in recovery, I was very excited to watch episode 201 with my family at home. I just gotta say, after learning the severity of his exact injuries from this article we're about to read here, I'm really surprised to learn that he's been released after only 2 weeks in the hospital, but there you go. He is home now. But now on to the bad news. It's been reported that his injuries are, quote, much worse than initially reported, and that they're actually much worse than anyone knows. And according to other reports, it's most likely going to take 2 years for him to fully recover from his horrific injuries. And he may possibly never be completely back to his normal self again, but let's not be too negative and just hope for the best. Because I've always just really liked Jeremy Renner ever since I first saw him in the movie SWAT way back in 2003. And I don't subscribe to Paramount Plus because, I just refuse to have like 10 different subs every month. It's just too freaking expensive. But I've heard Mayor of Kingstown is a good show too. And of course, he's been absolutely awesome as Hawkeye for the last nearly 12 years. The mediocre Disney Plus series aside, but he was still good in that role, even if I didn't really like the show. I especially love this clip here of him and Chris Evans. It's hilarious.
Jesus, slut. I was gonna say something along that line. It's a complete whore. What a trick, man.
He unsurprisingly received backlash for that because everyone knows the cancel mob have absolutely no sense of humor. And he did apologize for this, which I really think he should not have done, but I still like the guy anyway. All right, so let's check out what's going on. A very excited Jeremy Renner recovering at home after nasty snowplow accident. Report. Actor Jeremy Renner appears to be recovering at home just over 2 weeks after tragic snowplow accident at his residence near Reno, Nevada. The Hawkeye star responded to a tweet about the season 2 premiere of his Paramount Plus series, The Mayor of Kingstown, and said that he had been able to watch it from his own home. Alright, so here's the tweet he responded to, which we already read. The actor was airlifted to a hospital on New Year's Day after an attempt to help someone dig a car out of the deep snow went sideways. Renner, driving a large snowplow called a Pistenbully, was able to get free the vehicle. But when he got out of the driver's seat to talk to someone, the vehicle began to roll. He tried to get back in the seat and get control of it, but was run over in the process. So if you still haven't seen what the plow looks like, this is an image of him actually driving it. And then here's a shot of it zoomed further out. Yeah, I can't even imagine being run over by this thing. Those treads are no joke. Each one of these steel links here on the tread, it looks like the blade of a sword for fuck's sake. Renner suffered numerous orthopedic injuries and his chest was crushed. But a neighbor who is a doctor was able to apply a tourniquet and slow some of the bleeding while they waited for first responders to arrive. And thank God he has a doctor for a neighbor. That guy without a doubt saved Jeremy's life. Now here's the new information on the scope of his injuries. Despite his apparent return home, sources close to Renner told Radar Online that the star's injuries were much worse than initially reported. Quote, it's much worse than anyone knows. Jeremy is very aware of the fact that he almost died out there. The right side of Jeremy's chest was crushed, and his upper torso had collapsed. He also had a bad head wound that was bleeding and a leg injury, one source told the site. Others have said that the injury to his chest was extensive enough that it required reconstructive surgery, and that there were likely more surgeries in the actor's future to repair the damage to his leg. Yeah, so horrific is most definitely the right word for this accident. I have no doubt Jeremy Renner is just thankful he survived and probably has a new lease on life. This could have ended so much worse. It could have ended just like the freak accident that killed young actor Anton Yelchin back in 2016, when his Jeep Grand Cherokee was parked on his sloped driveway, but somehow rolled back down it and ended up crushing him against this pillar you see here in this picture. Just absolutely horrible. Thank goodness for Jeremy, there were other people around and his doctor neighbor who were able to give him emergency treatment and call for help. But he's got a seriously long road ahead, but it's great that he gets to heal up at home now. So let's just hope and pray that he can get back to his usual self again. So that's it. Let me know what you think of this in the comments down below. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button and check out one of these other videos I uploaded recently. Or consider subscribing if you want more content just like this. I'll catch you all later.